A good business will bring together all of these different talents and cover its bases. Creatives, business people, and more. They work together, collaborating to make the best product. If you don't have this kind of team, your company is unlikely to succeed. For instance, if businesses take over the conversation, they may stifle creativity, and groundbreaking ideas that can spur exponential growth might not see the light of day. Business leaders should be trilingual, with a strong command of business acumen, technical expertise, and creative thinking. Jeff Bezos is a good example. He can speak the language of technical engineering, so he can communicate well with developers and coders. He also has the business sense to understand how their work plays out in the real world. To be like Jeff, you need to be able to be a questioner, have empathy, and lastly, you can stimulate your inventiveness in many ways. One of the most effective ways is by stepping outside of your comfort zone with the work you do every day. For instance, if you're in a field that does not require creative thinking, try taking a different route to work or changing up your daily commute. Doing unfamiliar things shakes up your creativity. Use your creative powers to empower the users to find their best experience possible. You should immerse yourself in what you are involved in. You should also form your own opinions about topics. Another good way to bolster your creativity is to look at colleagues and learn from their actions. Observe their creativity and learn from it. Use it and blend it with your style. Lastly, follow people online and keep with the trends. Use their creativity to influence yours. Understand modern technology information and absorb them. Start by learning technical terms. You do not need to know all of the technicalities. Knowing the surface could also suffice. Just make sure you put an effort into improving your knowledge. Another thing you could do to improve your technical knowledge is by seeking out a mentor. It's crucial to seek out mentors who can help you understand the technical details behind your e-commerce business. Finding a technical mentor will give you a leg up on the competition, as well as establish trust between yourself and your customers. A technical mentor can teach you important terminology and how complex systems work, which will come in handy when you're in a meeting with potential investors. As with creative colleagues, you can also find colleagues with technical knowledge and learn from them. There are many daily things you can do to improve your business understanding. You should understand the business metrics that are most important to your department or team. A glossary could help in this regard. The next thing you can do is, you need to know your company's financials inside and out. Dig deep into your company's financial documents, such as your annual report or earnings report, and go through it with someone who understands the figures present. Ask them to test your understanding of the material to make sure that you're not missing anything. The next thing to do is learn how everything you do affects your financials. This means connecting every aspect of your business, from revenue to profits and market share, back to the actions the company takes. By doing this, you'll think your business knowledge would increase greatly. After you have all the knowledge and skills down, the next you should do is to arrange a brainstorming event so you foster new ideas. To get the most out of this business experience, you'll need a venue that inspires creativity and attendance. Choosing a remote nature reserve or a sleepy village will help people step out of their usual selves and fire up their creativity. You should be careful when inviting the attendees. You should invite diverse attendees to round out your viewpoint. While you should include the traditional players, don't be afraid to invite people from other departments and industry backgrounds. It's not about including everyone, it's about finding people who can contribute and challenge your viewpoint. After all of this is done, get your attendees in the right minds to bring ideas by preparing them. As the ideas start reeling in, you will need to narrow down the best ones. Once you've considered a lot of ideas, it'll be time to narrow down those that show the most promise. From there, their creators can pitch those ideas to an expert panel for feedback. If you're a leader without credibility, influence, and networks, however, you won't be able to direct your organization or channel your employees' good ideas. You won't make a dent. You can get a major boost to your career by making a good impression on the people who have the most influence over it. In the workplace, influencers hold more sway than ever. The network of power influencers can make or break your career. In fact, how you develop relationships with the key stakeholders in your organization will determine whether or not you advance high up the corporate ladder. Do not approach them directly, as they can have a negative impact. Amplifiers are those that you should try to influence. Amplifiers are senior figures to whom you're close, but they also have the ear of the power influencers. Out of the three types of people here, amplifiers will provide the strongest return on your efforts with them. Lastly, there are your partners, those you work with on a daily basis. Try to clear your calendar and make time for them.